these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. And the Sooners ready to kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone. It's Russo. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They've got the big fellas out there, a three tight end look on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Smothers. Turning it on! Powers through. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. They're going to ride this running back. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'll try to run for it. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressive.
Finding some room. Running through contact. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Makes the grab. It's Robinson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Sooners will hustle to the line. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference. And now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level. Right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
Yeah, and it's just fun to watch rivalries in college football. We've lost a lot of them with expansion. This one we get to keep. I love that they're both going to the SEC. They're going to play each other a bunch. We're going to still have this Red River rivalry that gets so many people excited. It's an unbelievable event. We've been there for game day a bunch. It is absolutely crazy.
Quarterback may change this route. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Here comes the two-point try. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just great.
He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Going to run it. It's Smothers. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Madness. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smothers. Could not make his way to the corner.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
To the air, it's Manning. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Hard running there. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second. Period. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the move, it's Smothers. Could be an alley. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
I'll tell you, when I hear Texas football, I think about Bevo and I think about great running backs, man. Earl Campbell, Ricky Williams, Jamal Charles, Bijan Robinson. This dude seems like he's the next guy in that long list of game breakers at the position. He's got everything you look for in a great running back.
Motion from the back. Nice move to keep running. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Right back to him on the ground. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's evolved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Creates a little space. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
Might be changing the route. To throw, it's Nicholson. Makes the grab on the route. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because they'll continue to make big plays.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They'll run it. It's Robinson. trip to the house.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Can't hang on. He muffs it. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Arch to throw. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to do it himself. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Manning fires the pass. Intercepted. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's Nicholson. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he had just enough to will that one home. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Arch is going to throw for it, using his feet to buy time. Going to try to get it himself. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Back to pass. It's Manning. Did as he throws. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Throwing Manning. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 8 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Buckeyes. Not even blinking in this top 25 matchup. They took the lead on the opening drive of the game, and they've been adding to it ever since. Tough to imagine a halftime pep talk is going to change things.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made...
Breaks into the open. The tag. Touchdown Sooners. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. To throw, Manning. Buys a little extra time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off.
He wants to go deep. Upstairs he's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Makes it past the marker. Touchdown Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Nicholson. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Schaefer. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does, no matter the name, no matter the coach.
Looking for a deep man. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Got enough for the first. There's some room, and he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes the grab deep. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls in.
They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Nicholson. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
They got nothing and liked it, or probably didn't like it on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Fit it in the window for the score. And oh man, there's some burn orange getting nervous in here, thinking of the 2000 to 2003 blowouts, David.
And Reese, I know that, but man, it always feels like this game gets competitive in the end. And it's getting later, and it looks like Oklahoma's up big, Jesse, but I just wouldn't turn it off yet.
No, and if you're Texas, you just got to keep your composure, right? It's hard to do because you've been looking at this game and circle this game on your calendar all year long. It feels like it's getting away from you. Don't hit the panic button right now.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to him.
Here's Manning to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Fires downfield. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Dropping back, it's Nicholson. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the punishment has been extended.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
Looking for blocking. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Arch Madness. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Escapes the pressure going right. Blasted as he lets it go. He makes the catch. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half. This is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. That's a great start to this second half.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Here's Arch to throw. Starts to scramble to the left. Turns it loose deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And I know that play broke down. That is one the offense, I think, would like to have back because you practice these type of scramble situations all week long. Quarterback this time flush to his left. These receivers have to break their routes off and work with the QB to try to give him a place to go with the football. And that time just not able to give the QB.
There he goes. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job.
There he goes. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Takes the easy completion. That leaves him with a tough fourth down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're at.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game. But I think you stay aggressive here. You try to get the touchdown. You're not going to have very many opportunities like this left in this ball game in the fourth quarter.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Now on the move. He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. On the run from inside his own 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Got him downfield. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Looking for the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Looking to pass. It's Nicholson. Finds his man. It's Rodgers. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots.
Touchdown Sooners! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Russo. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Manning. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. The Sooners line it up with a first and goal. They want to throw it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! On the sideline, got it in the end zone. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wingo. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Unloads quickly. Turns it on in midfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, it's kind of crazy. That's only the second time we've called his number, called his name, like his second catch of the day. We're used to this guy really impacting a football game, and this offense has to do a better job finding him, featuring him, giving him chances to make plays.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. They'll go to the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
He might want another play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Trying to beat the D deep. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple of bad decisions, a couple of great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking his shots. He's not backing down. He's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes. I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He's going to take off. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
You know, and I think they were in nickel package right there, and I like that because you bring an extra DB on the field. Now, is that guy covering, but you can also blitz with him. He can chase down the quarterback and force fourth downs. I love when they bring in the nickel package.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. They want to make sure they get this 4th and 3 play right, so they'll take a moment and think it over with a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Hey, I got to be honest, I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, catch the defense off guard.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. They get to him as he throws.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Under fire. He'll take a shot. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing.